Get ready to dive into a world where empires stand on the brink of war and terrible monsters tear at the fragile borderlands of men. The Adventurer-Conqueror King System Imperial Imprint, or as we like to call it, Acts 2, is now live on Kickstarter. Acts 2 is the new edition of the acclaimed best-selling fantasy role-playing game. You'll find everything you need to enjoy epic fantasy campaigns with a sweeping scope. Whether you want to crawl through dungeons, experiment with alchemy, crossbreed monsters, run a merchant emporium, raise an undead legion, or even conquer an empire, Acts 2 supports your playstyle. Acts 2 integrates experience point mechanics, making campaign activities a seamless part of the core gameplay loop. Your character levels up in new and exciting ways each time you play, adding massive replayability to each of your adventures. Acts 2 offers 18 character classes, 378 spells, new combat mechanics, and so much more. Support Acts 2 on Kickstarter today.
How powerful is the Cox network? So powerful that one day, the internet will let your doctor perform miracles from thousands of miles away.
Connecting to remote operating room.
Giving a whole new meaning to the term house call.
Operation complete.
The Cox network. With gig speeds everywhere. It's internet built for tomorrow, today. Cox, bringing us closer. In Cox serviceable areas, speeds vary and are not guaranteed. Cox terms apply. Other restrictions may apply. How powerful is the Cox network? So powerful that one day, the internet will let your doctor perform miracles from thousands of miles away.
Connecting to remote operating room.
Giving a whole new meaning to the term house call.
Operation complete.
The Cox network. With gig speeds everywhere, it's internet built for tomorrow, today. Cox, bringing us closer. In Cox serviceable areas, speeds vary and are not guaranteed. Cox terms apply. Other restrictions may apply.
Knocked Prone is a clean, chaotic, and deep podcast for D&D nerds. Find more ways to support our show in the episode description.
Last time on Knocked Prone.
Zag's gonna attempt to contact Thorn.
I think we're in some sort of graveyard for the gods.
What can you do for Efimia and her pact with Orcus?
Efimia is suspicious because, she just met this dude.
Let us summon Orcus.
Calls Orcus.
Orcus, I've changed my mind. And he's going to point his finger towards Orcus's heart, and Orcus's body fractures into 6 separate pieces and breaks like a pane of glass. Ascended Corp sent us here. They paid us. They said that Grom was coming into town and that we could have revenge on him. They moved up his fight, and it's coming up tomorrow.
Ascended Corp did this?
Whether you're a halfling, a giant, or somewhere in between,
Around the table with your friends, playing Dungeons and Dragons.
and if life ever knocks you down, your dice will surely turn around. Roll stats, it's time to quest. Let's put your characters to the test.
My name is Cade, the host and dungeon master of this Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition adventure, and I'm joined here by the players to my left.
Alec playing Zag.
Mason playing Grom.
Marissa playing Efimia.
And Brooklyn playing Selene.
So Zag and Efimia, you guys have just made it to the top of this elevator back up to Brigarune City. Grom and Selene have just been discussing with Gutrug kind of the payment that he made with Ascended Corp, and you guys are all now in the city.
Who in this relationship calls first is the question.
Right?
Oh, give me that.
I'll take out my rune crystal phone and dial up Efimia.
Efimia is just kind of stunned holding her tarot deck and the piece of Orcus's soul in his stone. She just kind of holds them both in both hands, puts the stone in the same hand as the tarot deck, kind of balancing on it. Reaches in her bag and just throws the phone towards Zag.
Hello? Hello?
Hi, Efimia?
This is him? Her?
Oh, Zag.
Can I take a message?
Hi, where are you guys?
We just got out of the lift. Who's this?
Oh, this is Selene.
Oh, hi, Selene.
Well, we're actually pretty close by. Can we meet you? Actually, you know what? You just stay right there, and
I got some new armor, and I have a gift for you guys.
We have.
I can hear Grom. Grom?
Zag! I thought you were talking to Efimia.
All right, so just stay put, Zag. We'll be there as soon as we possibly can. And I'm just going to hang up the phone. I'm gonna like link arms with Grom, and I'll say, okay, well, we know where they are. They're just right at the top of the elevator. So
That's
head
enough
that
to get
way.
you from here, I think.
Zach's just gonna hold the phone to his ear, thinking he's on hold. Yeah. Elevator music behind him. They'll get back to me in a second.
So you guys meet up at the top of the elevator lift.
Grom!
Zach, how was the mines?
I met Thorn. I met my brother.
You met him?
I met
He
him.
was down in the underdock.
Kinda. I talked to him on the phone, but it counts. I saw him. He looks just like me, and
Well, of
I
course
serve
he
him
looks just
now,
like you.
and all is good.
That's awesome.
So I'm going to hear you say that, and then I'm going to turn to Efimia to see her expression, to see if I can confirm or deny if all is good.
And Efimia at this point is just frantically going through her tarot deck, just reading all the cards, seeing what in the world is going on. And it doesn't look any different aside from...
On the case of it, there's a sign of Timora, which is the goddess of luck.
Zach's gonna look at Grom and say, she's been playing with those cards a lot. Next time we have a sleepover, we might need to include her and have a game night.
All right. That sounds good with me. Okay. Look, I got more money from my mom,
And I'll hold up the two
Giant.
giant bags of Battleline credits.
and I got this shiny new armor.
Holy!
I had
Oh my
some
gosh!
people tried to kill me, and then she killed them, and it was left over.
That's what the butcher does.
Yes, she's
Murder.
very good
Just
at it.
straight murder. But anyway, you look incredible.
I forgot before you guys left to give you each of these. So, Zag,
And I'll hold out, it's a bell. It makes no sounds.
I thought that you might like this. He said it was for good luck. And then, Efimia,
And she's finally looking up, just kind of wide-eyed still, but she's looking up at you.
I have this for you.
And I'll hold out the severed hand.
I thought that it was a good reminder of the cool spells that you cast from your hands. Burning hands.
Phoebe actually does like a crooked smile at that and goes, that's actually kind of sweet. Thank you, Grom.
I also have a vampire thing. So if any of you want to become a vampire, I have it.
Oh, well,
I'm okay.
I'm good
Yeah.
too.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll save it for later.
I was a drider before. Maybe I could be a vampire too.
Finch!
Hi.
How are you
It would
feeling?
probably prevent him from getting much sicker.
Oh, I'm okay now. I took a really big nap back at the Pay Dirt Inn. Craig took care of me. It was
Craig.
awesome.
Well, it's really nice to have everybody back together. And actually, even though it sounds like you two had much more of an exciting time than Grom and I did, which was already quite exciting, we actually need to head back to Greyhaven right now. And we got to catch the train
Why?
pretty soon here.
I have a fight tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah,
Tomorrow.
So it's kind of a long story, and it sounds like we both have stories to tell. So if we could go catch that train, and then we can exchange everything that's happened in the last couple of hours.
Is there any way other than the train? Because last time, all I remember is raptors and orcs and...
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so. But and then I'm going to take my rune phone out of my pocket again. I think it's best if we leave these here. I don't know how easy it is to go off the grid. I know there's rune crystals in the trains, I suppose, but after this, I do want to stop taking the train. I think it's our fastest way back, but I want to be a little more under the radar as a
What
group.
if we disguised ourselves?
That's not a bad idea.
I have a mustache in my back pocket.
That's wonderful.
I love
I'll
it.
spit in my hands and rub them in the dirt and then streak it down my face. And
I'm ready.
I look just like a god.
That's true. He looks nothing like
If
himself.
anybody messes with us, I'll just tell him I'm Thorn,
There we go.
god of the 10.
Phoebe at this point is going to use her disguise self spell, which doesn't take up a spell slot for her. Just entirely change her into her appearance so she looks like an old woman.
Wonderful.
And she's like, well, the caterpillar and the dirt is a nice touch. I think we might need a little bit more than that, but that's just my opinion.
Caterpillar? What do you mean? And then like the
That's a
caterpillar
mustache.
you see like starts to inch off of his face.
I thought it was dead.
I don't have a particularly good way to disguise myself
don't you worry.
either. I'm screaming, holding my weapon, readying it at my side.
All right.
he'll just wipe it on himself.
You know me, I would love to be undercover, but I don't know if we can pull that off if we need to get to Greyhaven by tomorrow.
Well, there's bound to be something that we could find you.
You're always dressed so pretty. What if we got
Maybe
you
a
something?
hat.
Oh,
An ugly dress.
You know what? I forgot I had this. And then I'm going to take out my, I'm like wearing like a cape, but I have this sort of extension I can add that adds a hood with my cape. So not that I actually think it's going to disguise me at all, but to get on the level of everybody else so far, I'm just going to put my white hood over my head. Yeah. I'll put my white hood over my head and be like, well, there we go. Glad I found a solution. Let's get going, shall
Wonderful.
we?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Oh, Grom, you said you had some more money to help your mom. Did you ever tell us how much money do you need?
It was a large number. I know that this hammer is worth half of it.
Okay. So we need one more hammer.
One more hammer.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's get going.
Alrighty.
Metagame sense, it's 50,000 Badland credits.
Do you happen to know what time of day it is?
You look up at the sky to try and decipher what time of day it is. There is no sun in the sky to be able to tell. You have no idea.
Well, all the more reason to hurry, I guess.
Is that because we're underground or because...
Yeah, you're in a mountain.
Okay.
As
Oh.
we're walking, if Zag sees any like alchemy or herbal supply shops, he would like to quickly browse for a couple things.
Roll me an investigation check. 5. Roll me a D100.
37.
Unfortunately, you do not find any alchemy shops, and even with the divine help from Thorn, you aren't able to come up with any alchemical supplies.
Okay.
And I kind of assume that we're catching each other up on everything that's been happening while we're walking.
We've caught each other up a little bit, but Efimia was by herself with Thorn for a minute while Zag was sent off to his happy La La Land. What was even in there?
It was just Grom and we played patty cake the whole time.
There is one part I would like to discuss. And, well, obviously the good news is I no longer have a pact with Orcus. I'm still learning what that means. I think I have a lot to learn, in fact. But Orcus is shattered, and she holds out the stone to just show him.
You found another one of your uncle's soul stone.
It's a different kind of soul stone. I didn't even know there was other types.
Yeah, this is Orcus's soul stone. One.
That's wonderful news.
Yes, but there's one thing that I think we should at least consider. Thorn has the power of a god.
I gave it to him.
Yeah, I know, buddy. I know. And we obviously still have a lot to learn about your brother. There's a lot we don't know. But you know the graveyard we were in, Zach? There were 9 additional graves that were empty, with the names of all of the other 10 current gods. Now, do you know some basic math?
So there's 9 graves and 10 gods.
Yes. What's 10 minus 9?
Can I phone a friend?
It's 3.
Let's try Selene.
Hold on, I got this. Selene, what's the answer?
The answer is 1.
There's 1.
Exactly. I think your brother might be trying to be the soul god.
Oh. Wait, what? You mean he wants to kill the other gods?
I don't know, but I can only assume, because there were 9 graves with their names on it, including Lathander.
Maybe he's just being a friend. Grave plots could be pretty expensive these days, and maybe he was just preparing them for all of his other new god friends.
Not in the graveyard of the gods.
He's very considerate. This is my brother we're talking about.
I know, but how much do you know your brother?
He looks
many
just
times
like
have we-
me.
That doesn't
They're the
mean you know
same
something.
person.
The same, 2 sides of the same coin, he said.
I've met you both now, and Zag, at least from the little I've met of your brother, you're not the same person, which isn't a bad thing. You should be proud to be your own person. You are not your brother, but now you're having to follow him when you know nothing about him.
I'm choosing to.
I know.
He's helping us, and you.
I agree with that. He has helped me, but I think we at least need to consider the long-term consequences. Please don't take me wrong. I'm elated that I have just a slight sense of freedom that I can see in my future. I just don't know how plausible that is. I don't really know if this is going to be the best direction. It's the direction we're going, regardless. And I'm so thankful for what you did for me.
I owed it to you. I owed you at least that much to try.
I appreciate that so much, but I want you at least to think critically about the things your brother will do and the things that he can do. Can you at least do that for me? I understand it's easy to see him through rose-colored glasses, but I just need you to realize that you are your own person. You are not your brother. Your brother is not you. He does his own actions, and we need to actually see what those will be.
Yeah, that's fair. You've been a voice of reason for us for a lot of different decisions, and I'll think about it. I'll pay attention.
Thank you. That's all I ask. Thorn shattered Orcus with barely the touch of his hand.
Wait. What?
Orcus is gone. This is Orcus, and she holds out the stone again.
Okay. I'm caught up.
Yeah, I know you didn't see it, but it was like Orcus was nothing there. It was immediate. I don't think Orcus even had a chance to fight back, and granted, again, that worked in our favor, but your brother has a lot of power.
Well, luckily we got a guy on the inside, and he's gonna point at himself. He wouldn't do anything to hurt us, especially friends of mine.
Well, we know that Ascended Corp is a bad corporation, and we're on their bad side.
We'll see how that goes, because we just got rid of the cult of the skull.
That is the smartest thing I think I've ever heard you say, Grom.
Thank you.
I didn't even think of that repercussion, but you're
Oh, because Orcus is gone.
right. Yes, Zach.
If I'm understanding this correctly, we did everything Avani wanted without actually doing anything she wanted.
Yes, but I don't think that she's going to be happy with what we've done.
But she will be once I tell her.
No, we don't have the Dega brothers, and we're not getting them.
That's true, they're long gone by now.
Right, but
Hopefully.
we stopped them from doing what they wanted to do.
That is true. I still think we should talk to War before we go back to Avani.
I think so.
I was just going to talk to one of the rune crystals.
Actually, before any of that, we should probably get back to your fight.
Yes, we should be there relatively soon, and we can get your train ride back. But I think that giving Avani an update, maybe she sent those people because we made her mad. She was mad, and she needed to punish us.
Grom, is that fair? Is that fair to you?
Well,
Yeah, why would she punish us?
She tried to kill you. Or at least she did not have the gall to
she
actually
knew
do
I
it
would
herself.
Be strong enough.
Did she?
All of the things she sent us to face have been things that she knew would be challenging, but not kill us. At least we haven't died so far.
Hold on. Grom, how did you find out that the fight was happening tomorrow?
Oh, Godric told me.
Why wouldn't Avani tell you?
Oh, well, she kind of did. Through Godric, right? Why else would she tell Godric?
Didn't you say she tried to have that gentleman not tell you?
He only told you because the butcher the butcher made an example of his friends, it sounds like.
That's true. But she would have known. She's a very smart lady.
Oh, I agree.
So, you see, we'll probably get rewarded with our Badland credits and even more once she realizes what we've done.
So when we get back to Greyhaven, do you want to go to Avani before we go to your fight?
Wait.
Where are we going?
Efimia's gonna pause the group a little bit and just hold up her hands to stop everyone. So you just see this little old lady wearing just a dirty brown cloak stopping this group. Zag, you said that Thorn said my mother was shielded by some sort of magic and hidden so that even he, a god of the 10, couldn't see her. Correct?
That's what he told me.
What if Avani's hiding her?
So Avani is Vecna. Is Vecna a god of the 10?
No.
So she couldn't hide somebody or have magic powerful enough to protect somebody from a god of the 10, right?
I don't
Maybe
know.
your mom is in jail like mine.
Oh, we're gonna need so many hammers.
There are powerful beings in this realm that have the potential to block out the power of the gods.
I think one of them owns my soul.
Owns your soul?
Yes. When I was with my mom.
Wait, what?
Your soul is also just something, and this is the first we're hearing about it?
Oh,
Do you know who it is? Because that's pretty important. That changes things a lot, Grom.
it's Rajna. In the forest. It's a demon of some kind.
Why does the demon own your soul?
The farm that we got Avery at sold it to them.
What?
Hold on.
This happened under our watch?
Did that
Thorn.
little blood pact you did?
Guys, Thorn told me that one of the owners of one of my uncle's soulstones is a Rakshasa. Is that what you...
A Rakshasa.
A Rakshasa who governs the kobolds and the goblins in the Dracoblin jungle, whose name was Litzy. Is that who owns your soul?
I don't know. I have no idea. I was just told it was a Rakshasa.
Okay. There's... Grom, you and I both have a little bit of a connection to the Rakshasa.
So...
This Litzy owns a part of your uncle's soul, and it apparently all of Grom's soul?
I'm not sure how it works. It was just a piece of paper, but that's what the ogre man told me. I got this tooth off of him.
Oh, the vampire tooth.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I feel like we have to get going because we apparently have a lot to do.
We do have a lot to do.
We could run.
Let's all run at 25 feet per round so Grom can keep up.
So my old lady body could keep up.
How powerful is the Cox network? So powerful that one day, the internet will let your doctor perform miracles from thousands of miles away.
Connecting to remote operating room.
Giving a whole new meaning to the term house call.
Operation complete.
The Cox network. With gig speeds everywhere, it's internet built for tomorrow, today. Cox, bringing us closer. In Cox serviceable areas, speeds vary and are not guaranteed. Cox terms apply. Other restrictions may apply.
So as you guys are running deeper into this underdark cave, Selene, roll me a perception check.
17.
With a 17, you see a massive hill giant up ahead. And in the hands of this hill giant is a double-bladed all-pike that has the sign of Lathander on it. Selene, you would know that this is a special all-pike that is only wielded by the elite of the Azamar. Azamar, who own these all-pikes, are part of a secret organization called the Celestial Blades, who serve Lathander personally. And this hill giant is using it to scratch his back, like in the part where you can't really get to with your hands very well.
I don't know how you guys are feeling right now, but I'm just kind of in the mood to like rough some people up. Do you guys ever get in that mood? You know what I mean?
All the time, yes.
Wait,
Yeah.
rough people up?
No.
Why?
Okay, look over at that hill giant. Do you see it? I'm going to point to it in the distance.
What? He's scratching his back. Ew, that is disgusting.
He's big.
It is disgusting, and he is big. I don't know if you guys can see from here. I've got pretty good eyes. But that thing he's using to scratch his back would be really valuable to me.
Oh, so you want it?
I do.
How far away are we from that hill giant?
You want another all-pike? You already have one.
So this one's a little different. I recognize it and has a special connection with my god, Lathander. And if we have time...
We could ask for it back.
Yeah, we could try asking first if you feel like it.
I have an idea. I look like a god, right?
Yes.
How far away is this hill giant?
Not very far. You guys are 60 feet maybe away from it.
Zag is going to walk up to this hill giant, cast thaumaturgy to make the ground tremor as he walks up to him and say,
"Hey you, do you know who I am?"
Roll me persuasion.
16.
He turns around. Oh, hello. No, I don't know who you are.
I am Thorn.
Oh, I'm Mouth.
I'm
Hi,
the god
Thorn.
of the 10.
Oh, that's nice. Hey, Thorn. You ever seen any really big spider people? I'm hungry.
We killed them all.
Wait a second.
Oh, no.
You're hungry?
I'm so hungry.
Do you have are you talking about driders?
Drider, spider, drider, potato, tomato.
Zag has... This is so crazy, Kate, that you wrote it this way. Zag has one drider leg left.
Oh, yeah.
I do. Zag's going to pull a drider leg out. He's like, is this what you're thinking of?
Oh my... His mouth actively starts salivating.
He's going to put it right back behind his back and say, that back scratcher you have, I want it, I need it. Tradesies.
Oh, I mean, I just got this from, you ever seen those, like, they're elves, but, like, spooky?
No?
They're, like...
Ghost elves.
Kinda, yeah, but, like, gray-skinned.
The drow.
The drow, yeah. So,
these guys were saying like, oh, we're so special. They said that they were servants of this dude with a really funny name. They called him, what was it? Butt crack?
Butt crack.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Oh, wait. Serac Jr.
Oh,
I know that person.
Oh.
Well, I've heard of them.
One of them had this special weapon that he said wasn't a back scratcher. And look at him now. He's dead, and I have a back scratcher. Who's the idiot now?
So you don't want to trade?
I mean, I'd be interested in trading. Do you have, like, maybe some more Drider stuff?
This is all I can give you. And if you don't take it...
Okay.
But
you, like,
I
really
said, do you know who I am?
They have, like, the juiciness in them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have, like, the really good crunch, but then behind the crunch, there's this, like, really yummy, like, juice that comes out of them.
If I could butt in,
Hi, I'm Mouth.
Hi, Mouth. It's so nice to meet you.
Wow. What is she?
She's an angel.
Hello, Angel. I'm Mouth.
Hi, Mouth.
Hi.
I'm Angel. So
Wow, what a cool name.
Interesting fact about that Drider leg that my friend Zag has. It's actually the very last one.
What? I served this person. Her name is Lolth, and...
Oh, she's dead now.
Oh,
she's so dead.
Oh, no.
A lot has happened.
I helped her out with, like, bad guy drows. I ate them for her. And it was really nice, because then I got to eat all of, like, the mean spiders. And I made the world a better place, you know?
Yeah. Well, if you want your very last chance at a juicy Drider leg, this would be a really good opportunity. And we could even maybe help you worship a new god since, Lolth isn't here anymore.
He like looks off in the distance really far away, and then he looks back at you, Selene, and he's like,
I'm hungry. All the big spiders I'm used to eating are playing hide and seek from me, and I keep saying Ollie Ollie Oxenfried, but no one's coming out.
Zag's gonna just say, well, I guess you're not really that interested. I'll go cook this up myself. And he's gonna head towards the train with the Drider leg.
Okay.
And he starts scratching his back with the all pike again.
Actually, I have a new idea. Speaking of losing the god that you're worshiping and everything, what if I told you that if you worship our friend Thorn over here, then we might have new bad guys for you to kill and eat, and maybe you'll get the, expand your palate to some new juicy creatures.
You're lying. You have more than just a leg.
And he points at Finch, and Finch pulls out this bottle of Drider venom that he was just about to suckle on, and then thinks differently and puts it back in his pouch.
You have the juice that goes with the leg.
Oh, so maybe our exchange would be fair if we threw in some Drider juice.
Yeah, if you give me the juice, I'd be really, really happy.
I'm going to give the deathly fiance glare to Finch.
What's up?
Hand over your Drider juice, babe.
Oh, I wasn't going to drink it or anything. I was just thinking about it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm so glad because, you don't need to suckle on that anymore, right, honey?
Yeah. It was just kind of nice when I did suckle, but
if anyone says suckle one more time...
And he holds out the Drider venom to Mouth, and Mouth hungrily snatches it up, and he's like,
oh man, this is delicious. It's just like the Driders used to make it.
Continues to drink the Drider venom for the sake of Efimia.
Not suckle.
Hey, give us the weapon first. You can't drink it.
I'm sorry. I was just testing it. Just checking to make sure you weren't lying.
And he hands you an all-pike. This celestial all-pike weapon, Selene, will unlock your level 4 feat called Celestial Blade. The Celestial Blade feat is when you wield this weapon with 2 hands, the weapon has the finesse trait and counts as a magical weapon for all of your attacks. This celestial blade deals an additional +1 radiant damage with each of your attacks, and on your turn you can use a bonus action to make a melee attack with the opposite end of this blade, and the weapon's damage die for the opposite end of the blade is 2d4. We will post this homebrew feat on our Patreon, so go on over to our Patreon and check that out. As you touch this Allpike, you feel that its power is transferring into you, and you feel that you have the ability to absorb the previous owner's memories into your mind to be able to get a fuller understanding of this weapon, if you would like.
Being a phantom rogue and being used to hearing random things from dead people and whatnot, I'm going to say I'm comfortable with that, and I'm going to let the memories flow.
So you absorb these memories into your brain, and for a moment, it feels like you are someone else. Your name is Adriel, and you are one of the top guards captains of the Celestial Blades for Lathander. Adriel has a memory that flashes through your brain of her guarding the council of the Azamar people as they discuss how to handle the lycanthrope people and the hordes that threatened to siege Ethos Summit that were outside.
They will descend upon us with wings and destroy our peaceful land unless we can find a way to satiate their hunger.
And Selene, you snap out of it for a second, just long enough to see both of your parents sitting on the council nodding, looking at this leader with this large white mustache and angel wings protruding from his back.
Many of the Azamar have lost their faith, Sir Gallahan, and they've lost their faith in Lathander since he hasn't made any contact with the Azamar people for 1,000 years.
And this large mustachioed man pets his mustache for a moment and says,
"Just make up another vision to keep the people happy, and tell the people of the churches to offer up twice as many sacrificial lambs to please Lathander, and then at the end of the week, make a big scene like Lathander is speaking through you. That will buy us their silence, at least for now."
You feel the blade of Adriel heat up in your hand as you flip to another memory of Adriel, and Adriel is fighting against these dark elves and losing. And she says,
"Lathander's light, bless me to beat these drow and keep your name holy."
A spear pierces through Adriel's heart, and she falls to the ground, lifeless. Her lips curl around the word please as the remainder of the light in her eyes snuffs out. No answer comes from Lathander. And I believe that's where we're going to end our session for the night. My name is Cade, the host and dungeon master of this Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition adventure, and I'm joined here by the players to my left.
Alec playing Zach.
Mason playing Grom.
Marissa playing Efimia.
And Brooklyn playing Selene.
Awesome. You guys also arrive at the train station. It's right past this hill giant. So you guys are ready to go to Greyhaven next session to participate in Grom's fight. If you love this episode and all of its content, go on over to patreon.com/knocked and check out our awesome content. On our Patreon this week, we are going to post both the Pact of the Tarot Warlock as well as the Leech Domain Cleric, which are Zag and Efimia's new subclasses. They're homebrewed. We've kind of been working together to form them. So go on over to patreon.com/knocked and check that out. And we hope you remember when life knocks you flat on your back, all you got to do is keep rolling. And we hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.